Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today is Chanel Beige 2023 day. I am so excited to finally share my review with you. Technically, no, we don't have any new products, but we still have plenty of comparisons to discuss, and I have some important updates for you. There are 3 pieces, and starting today, it is officially for sale in Chanel boutiques. So if you live nearby, they are starting to sell the products. I checked right before I sat down to film, and I haven't spotted it yet on the Chanel website. I'm told the official website launch will be around mid-June, so I'm thinking the 14th or the 15th. I will of course update you as soon as I see these products available. You can find it at Saks, although it's starting to sell out. I believe the illuminating oil is already gone. At least 1, close to 2 shades of the cream bronzer are already gone, but if it's available at Saks, that tells us that it is going to roll out to all of the other retailers that sell Chanel. I picked up the Les Beige Water Fresh tint in shade medium. I believe I have medium in the full size. The illuminating oil for face, body, and hair. I also picked up the full size last year and I absolutely love it. And then for now, I only have 1 shade, which is $3.92 of the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. So I have medium bronze. I wasn't thinking when I placed my order because I would like to have this in $3.90 as well. So I'm going to run down to Saks or the Chanel boutique later today and I'm going to pick that one up. I received quite a few questions about the rosy beige, which has been listed online. There have been pictures circulating. I know Trend Mood posted about it, and I've been told from my essay that unfortunately that is a shade that we are not getting. It looks really pretty. I was planning to purchase it if it did come to the US. I imagine it's just a bronzer for really light, really fair skin, because if you are incredibly fair, like Snow White skin, the $3.90 would be way too warm and way too orange on your skin. So they're expanding a little bit lighter. They've been expanding darker. Always a good thing to be expanding the shade range because right now they still only have 4 shades and only 3 of them are available in the US. One very exciting aspect of the cream bronzer launch is that this is a brand new formula. Unlike the previous Les Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream, this does not have a base of coconut oil. And I know for some people that was a real sticking point. A lot of people have allergies to coconut oil and they simply could not use the reformulation once they got rid of Soleil Tan de Chanel. So hopefully this will work. I saw beeswax listed on here. The print is really small, but the first ingredient listed is dimethicone, and later on it has cellulose, beeswax, sunflower seed wax, jasmine flower extract. I believe that's vitamin E. There is fragrance and mica listed. If you check out the details on the Saks website, since that's the only place this is online, you can read all of the ingredients, the complete list, if you're interested. Personally, I never experienced any issues with the Les Beige Bronzing Cream. In fact, when I initially compared it with the original Soleil Tan de Chanel formula, I thought they were very comparable. I couldn't really see a difference, feel a difference. In my mind, they were the same. It wasn't until about 6 months later that I realized that the formula with coconut oil, and I don't know if that was the ingredient that caused this problem, but it almost created a bit of a film on top, and I felt like I really had to almost warm up the product. It needed to melt a little bit in order for me to use it, where that was not the case with the Soleil Tan de Chanel. It just remained very creamy and blendable at all times. The Les Beige Bronzing Cream got a little bit hard. I know there was some pushback with that ingredient, so I don't know for sure. This has not been confirmed, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they will most likely replace the original size cream bronzer with this new formula, because if you look at Chanel.com, they're sold out of 2 shades. It looks like $3.95 is the only shade available, and I imagine because Chanel's continuing to make little tweaks, little changes to a lot of their formulas, that they're probably going to go a different route. They might try to sell through the $3.95, and then when they bring it back, it will be in this new formula. That's just a guess. I will try to get that confirmed from my essay, but I don't know why they would introduce a totally new formula just for the travel version if they weren't maybe testing, experimenting. Maybe they're waiting to see what the feedback is on this. I don't know. Before we can try the new bronzer formula, I need to apply my Water Fresh tint. This is the original and this is the new one. This retails for $65. This is $47. This contains 30 ml. And this contains 15. So you're getting half of the amount of product for way more than half the price. I think the real selling point here is truly travel. If you want something that's small and convenient for your makeup bag, yes, you could travel with this, but if you have a short trip, maybe you're limited on space, This might appeal to you. Usually when it comes to convenient sizes, you do end up paying for the convenience. It's not the better value. I don't think Chanel is trying to attract a customer that's looking for value. So I think there are pros and cons. Obviously, it's not the better buy, and if you don't plan to throw this in a small makeup bag, you should go with the full size. And in both of these, I wear shade medium. Now, one thing that's added into the price of the full size is that you get a little stippling brush, which does not come with the mini. That doesn't really bother me because I never really use the stippling brush anyways. In fact, I don't even know where it is. You could use the little mini brush that comes with the full size with the little mini for travel. That would be convenient. I've reviewed this product in depth, but I will start with half of my face just so you can see how it evens out the skin. It's truly your skin, but better, minimal makeup. When you look closely, it still looks like your skin, but it definitely helps to calm any redness you have on the cheeks, evens out any hyperpigmentation, any blemish spots, and it leaves a beautiful, natural, but very hydrated with water finish. Not going to be the most long-lasting, sweat-resistant, humidity-proof formula, but if you're going somewhere really hot, if you're going to be outdoors, if you're running out the door and you just don't want to wear foundation, but you want to even out your skin tone a little bit, maybe you like to wear a little something to the gym and you don't want something that's going to feel really cakey. There are so many uses for this. It really comes in handy. I've found myself grabbing the Water Fresh Complexion Touch more often than the Water Fresh Tint. In fact, since they launched the Complexion Touch, I don't really grab my Water Fresh Tint. The Complexion Touch has a little bit more pigment to it, so it really helps to even out your complexion. When you compare sides, you can still see a lot of glow on my cheeks, just like I have glow over here. Same amount of reflection, so it's not going to give you more luminosity. It doesn't make you look greasy or oily. It doesn't feel greasy or oily. It feels truly hydrating, like a drink of water for your skin. But then the redness is calmed down a little bit, and over here I think I look a bit more pale. This adds a little color to my skin, which is great because I never sunless tan my face or tan it in the sun. So this matches my neck and will match the rest of my body a little bit better than this side. But it still looks very natural. I mean, this is as natural as it gets coverage-wise. What I love about it is that it truly looks like skin, but you know how sometimes with certain skin tints or certain formulas, when you look closely, you can kind of see it filling in every little pore. It's almost like you have little dots on the face because it's not smooth enough like a full coverage foundation. It's light, but you can still very much see it sitting on top of the skin or sinking into every little crevice and pore. You don't have that at all with this formula. This brush that I'm using, by the way, is kind of random. I found it in the box earlier today, so I just took it out and I thought, oh, that will be perfect to apply the Water Fresh Tint and the cream bronzer. It's from Say Beauty. I think this is their new foundation brush. So I wiped it off. I'm going to use it for the bronzer as well. This is our new Les Beiges Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. Again, I picked up shade 392. And then this is the original Les Beiges in the full size. It has 30 grams. This retails for $50. This has 15 grams and it retails for $40. Not the better buy. Now, the thing about this bronzer, it is so long lasting. You know, if you have this and you love it, it has a cult following, it takes an incredibly long time to go through this product. If you're not using it every single day, if you have a giant collection of bronzers and you're constantly rotating through them, this is going to be really hard to finish before the product just isn't very good. This is $3.92, right? Yes, this is $3.92 of the original. And it does have quite a bit of slip once you get it going. This one isn't nearly as old as my 390. This is the original. I'm curious to see if they feel any different. You do get a little plastic protector. Just wipes my hand. Yeah, they definitely feel different. This is new. The other one is a little over a year old. So it's really not a direct comparison, but we know the formula is different and you can tell. I think the color might even be a little bit different. Oh yeah. There is a little difference. It's very minute. I'm not sure you would really be able to see it on the face, but I can see a very small difference in the shades. very, very small. It almost looks a little bit less orange. It's a slightly cooler, slightly pinkier. This looks a little bit warmer to me. Usually my foundation adds a little bit more color to my face because the Water Fresh tint is so sheer. Even though I went in with medium, I'm still looking very pale. So I definitely need a little color, a little bronze. So let's see how this applies. Definitely need the mirror for this. But it's looking really good. Ooh. I haven't added any concealer underneath my eye yet. This area now looks a bit more matte, a little bit more opaque. Definitely has more coverage in the area right here. I think it looks really pretty. It's very blurring. It's very smoothing. I feel like it leaves a very creamy look to the skin. Today I'm using the Sublimage Le Correcteur from Chanel. This is my favorite concealer from Chanel. It's really pretty. It's pretty full coverage. So I'm going to do my best to be very light-handed. See, I tried, but even now I feel like I applied a little bit too much. That's okay. Gonna spread that around and just blend everything out. Everything seems to be blending really nicely. Nothing's breaking up. I was gonna add more bronzer, but I don't think I need to. I think in order to keep it really light, I should just stop. I sometimes have to remind myself that a no makeup, light makeup is not going to look the same as your normal makeup. In my head, something looks off and I feel like I need to layer more, but no, I want to keep it looking as skin-like as possible. I'm going to go in with this Rare Beauty Liquid Blush, shade Happy. This is what I've been using lately. Keep it in the top drawer. It's so cute. I love the color. And it's really easy to use. I'm going to blend it on the back of my hand instead of applying directly to the face. So you can keep it really light. Done. A little rosiness, that's all we need. Oh my gosh, it's coming together. I think it looks really nice. I can't believe I haven't even applied any powder yet. I'm going in with the tiniest amount of powder possible, right underneath the eye to set. I never like to skip powder. I feel like it looks really blurring, helps to mattify anywhere that needs a little mattifying. But it does kind of detract from the Water Fresh tint glow. The final product we have here to talk about is this illuminating oil for face, body, and hair. This is the mini, this is the jumbo from last summer. There is definitely a difference here. It's kind of shaken up, but when this is just sitting, all of the little shimmer and tint sits at the bottom, and then this becomes almost completely clear. It's a little cloudy, but for the most part, this looks clear, and then all of this stuff is at the bottom, and you have to shake it. But what I've noticed is that this one, you don't have to shake, but it's still very liquidy. You know, the texture feels the same, so I feel like there's probably some sort of difference in this product as well. Again, I don't think it would be anything huge worth noting. This looks like it has a lot more gold micro glitter. Even when I look at the very bottom here, it doesn't look quite as sparkly. I think the new smaller version might be a little bit more sparkly. And it doesn't separate. Both are dry oils, they don't feel heavy, they don't feel sticky, and it almost absorbs into the skin and it leaves you with a little color and then a little glow, which is really beautiful. Somebody asked me if it could actually be used on the face, and I've seen so many videos and little demonstrations on the Chanel Instagram where they add this to the hair and to the face. I have not tried it myself, but I kind of want to attempt to use this as a highlighter. I almost forgot to share the price. This is $63, this was $90. This has 250 ml, and this has 50 ml. Definitely the worst value of them all. If you were able to get your hands on this, good for you. You'll have it for a lifetime. I mean, this is over a year old, and I haven't even made a dent in it. But it's not something that you're gonna grab every single day, most likely. Maybe you will, but I think most people aren't going to use this regularly. So this bottle is actually a bit much. I think this is probably a better size for an oil like this, where you're really just going to tap it on your body here and there. It's definitely more travel friendly. It does come in a glass bottle, which isn't any different from a typical foundation. Doesn't have a pump. It is truly a liquid, same as the full size, so you just kind of have to force it out. It doesn't really just spill on its own, as you can see, which is kind of nice. Less accidents that way. And it's pretty thin, but it's so pretty. I love this for the legs, the shoulders, the neck, chest, décolleté. This is vacation in a bottle. It has a very light scent to it, but this smell is really pretty and it's not overpowering. And it feels hydrating, but not greasy. Let me see. I do not recommend applying an oil on top of your makeup normally, but I'm just kind of curious. Not going anywhere today. Ooh, let's see though. Definitely have a little glow, leaves a little sheen. It looks pretty, and I think a very light pat, and you're safe. Nothing has budged underneath. Of course, if I went in with a brush or something else, we would have problems. No, it looks cute. I think it's more of an on vacation, you're applying body oil, you're tapping it on your face because you don't really have a lot of makeup going on, that sort of thing. Would not recommend trying to replace your highlighter with this. But it does look really pretty, and I can see a little bit of the gold. This is the final makeup look for the day. I did my very best to keep it light and natural. Sometimes that is my intention, and then I end up getting carried away. But I threw a little bronzer in the crease, tapped a little highlighter on the lid. That's my go-to easy peasy everyday eye look. I did a little liquid eyeliner on the top lash line, mascara, tiny wing, not much. And then I threw this on the lip. This is the No. 1 de Chanel Red Camellia Revitalizing Lip and Cheek Balm in the shade Too Healthy Pink. This is so pretty. Can be used on the cheek, but I basically use it on the lips. You can see my little nail marks in there. It's pretty gross. I don't like that it comes in a pot, but I do think it looks really pretty. It's a very natural lip balm. I love the way it turned out. I think it's the perfect natural Les Beiges summer makeup look. I mean, this is the makeup look of this particular collection. It's always going to be sun-kissed, kind of bronze, but very minimal. And I think that's what we have here today. I think the bronzer ended up looking really good. Now that everything is complete, it doesn't look too pink, it doesn't look too matte, doesn't look too opaque. I did blend it down the neck a little bit more. I noticed the oil on the cheek didn't stay really oily. It kind of dries down, which is a good thing. So I do like that trick. As long as you use a small amount, since it's a dry oil, I don't know, it just seems to set really nicely. Now, if I rubbed my face, it would be a disaster, but you could say that for any makeup look. What else is there to say? I wasn't expecting any surprises. I know I love these products. It's kind of just up to you to decide whether or not you have any interest in a travel size. I think if you are interested in a new formula for the Les Beiges bronzing cream, then it might be worth checking out. None of these are going to be the better value, especially the hair oil, but I think that jumbo size was limited edition and it disappeared really quickly, so it's nice that they brought it back, even if it is in a smaller size. Love the Water Fresh tint. I don't think this size is going to last you very long, but it's nice that it is a bit more portable. I don't have a problem with the larger size. I think it's nice that it comes in the plastic bottle. I think this is great. I mean, it certainly takes up less room in a makeup bag. I want to keep playing around with the bronzing cream to see how it looks with different foundations underneath, but I think it worked really well with the Water Fresh tint today. And this is coming with me on every trip that I have. I don't care if I'm not going anywhere tropical, I will be taking this with me. I absolutely love this body oil, and I think it is nice for the face, for the hair. It's just a beautiful, slightly bronze, shimmering oil. What's not to love about this, truly? Don't feel any pressure, even if these items are limited. Besides the oil, these are always available. They are not limited edition, they are not going anywhere. Maybe just in the smaller sizes, but you can always get them. So that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you liked hearing my thoughts on Summer Les Beiges 2023. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be down below in the description box. I will update you as soon as these pieces are available on Chanel.com. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.